Are you little?
Welcome, Simpsons fans, to a tapped out commentary on the websites GameZino and TSTOTips. Today there was a post added to the website TSTOTips.com titled Amazing Deals on Donuts, in which blogger Tony Campbell, also known as Mr. Tips, recommends using the website GameZino.com to buy donuts and old discontinued items. In his post, Mr. Tips says that GameZino buys iTunes gift cards at a discount, then passes the savings on to you, and that they also change the clock on their device to prevent it from updating, so they can access old items that are not available on the current version. Now, I've been regularly visiting the TSTOTips blog for several months now, and whenever I saw GameZino mentioned, it was always in the same sentence as them being hackers, or they use illegal modified software to unlock discontinued items, despite the fact that GameZino's website assures customers that they use legitimate methods to provide these services. I even contacted several of GameZino's operators and was told by a Mr. Alan Cox that they actually have a breach of contract lawsuit pending against the TSTOTips website owner, Mr. Campbell. So this morning I was very shocked when I noticed Mr. Tips had changed his position on GameZino and now recommends it as a legitimate service. In fact, he even took the extra steps to remove his and other moderators' past criticisms of GameZino from the TSTOTips website. Now, apparently one of GameZino's operators is a very active YouTube uploader named Nuclear Videos HD, and he recently posted a video demonstrating how he sets the clock on his iPad back to a date when old items were still available to prove to skeptics that GameZino uses legitimate means to access those items. But he doesn't actually purchase any donuts or old items in the video, which is the most important part of explaining how the process works. And we'll have a link to that video at the end. I've left responses in the comments section for both TSTOTips and Nuclear Videos questioning the legitimacy of GameZino, and in both cases those comments have been removed from the discussion by moderators. Now, as you might have noticed in my other walkthrough videos, my account balance has hundreds of thousands of donuts, and I got those from one of the many sellers on eBay who logs into your account with your permission and presumably uses modified software to gain access to unlimited donuts and adds whatever number you request to your balance. So I'm not going to be hypocritical and say only buy donuts from Electronic Arts by making an in-game purchase. The reason I took the time to make this commentary is, number one, to present it in a place where it cannot be deleted by a moderator, but also to express my opinion that Mr. Tips is harming the tapped out community he is supposed to be serving by recommending we buy donuts from an outside source who I believe is doing the same thing as the $5 eBay seller, but presenting it on a professionally designed website and charging 100 times more. And ironically, the website that formed my opinion is TSTOTips. One last thing I want to mention is that in order to ensure we continue to get fun and exciting updates to the game, we have to support Electronic Arts as much as we hate their greed machine. So maybe just spend $2 a week on a golden scratcher, or once a month buy a platinum scratcher, so Electronic Arts can continue to employ the game designers to give us new exciting content as often as possible. So I hope you found this commentary useful and can now make a better decision on who to support when you buy donuts and discontinued items.